Excellent. We're on. Good afternoon, everybody. Very sorry for the slight delay. I'm here with Zoltan. I'm going to have difficulty pronouncing your surname, Zoltan, so please, once you introduce yourself, if you can do that, that would be great. Today's Hacker Hotshot presentation is all about zombie browsers with Rootkit extensions. This is a very new subject for us, and that's why we're particularly, very, very happy to have Zoltan on the show. So that's it. Zoltan, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself. And just finally, if there's any questions, please can you submit the questions in the chat box, which is just below the video, and we'll bring those up at the end of the presentation. Thanks, Zoltan. Go for it. It's all yours.
Hello, everybody. My name is Zoltán Balázs, and I work for Deloitte Hungary as an IT security expert. And I have created different browser extensions, and I'm going to show you how these browser extensions can work in different browsers. Can you see? Yes, all right.
Yeah, that's good. If you can put it back to the screen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is it? All right. So first I'm going to show you the browsers and the operating systems it is supporting. As you can see, Windows 7, Android, OS X, Chrome OS, Linux, Windows 8 is supported on these different browsers. And here you can see that I have already started my social engineering toolkit plugin, which will simulate a fake YouTube web page. This is the victim browser with no extension installed. And let's pretend that we have convinced the user to go to our fake YouTube website. Because he cannot see the content, he is installing our fake Adobe Flash Player plugin. And as you can see in the preferences window, it's instantly installed, it is working there. Now I'm closing this fake web page, and I'm switching back to my attacker web server. After refreshing my page, you can see that the new browser has appeared. And first I'm checking if I can execute JavaScript commands. There it is working as expected. This means that basically I can execute cross-site scripting attacks on any website the user visits. Now, as an attacker, I'm checking the CNN website for special rates. For example, now I'm checking what's the current rate for the DAO index. And after that, I will configure the victim browser in a way that if the user is on the CNN website, then rewrite the content to a new value. I'm clicking on the hack button and changing back to the victim. Victim visits the CNN website for checking the index rates, and he will be shocked to see the new values there. Now I'm going to show you how my extension works in Firefox and how can I execute JavaScript commands and even executables. When this video has been created, it was the latest Firefox version, but still my extension works in the newest one. There you can see that it is communicating with my web server. First, I quickly check if it's everything working. Can I execute JavaScript commands remotely? There it is. It's working as expected. And guess what will happen if I click on the calculator.exe button? As you might have expected, a new calculator appears, which means that I can execute binary files remotely through the web browser with the user privileges. And here you can see that my extension has been installed into the victim browser, but if I click refresh, it will quickly disappear. This is the Rootkit functionality I have also implemented. If the user visits my the infected browser, he will not see that there is a new extension there. And now I'm going to show you how to defeat two-step verifications and other things on a Google account. This is the IP address of the victim. And now the victim is gonna be logging into his Gmail account with a very long and very secure password. And he's also using this two-step verification for logging in, which is a very secure thing. Now I'm gonna switch to my attacker web server and see what we can see on that side. I have already stolen the username and password when the user logged in to his Gmail account. And in a Tor session, I'm gonna try to log in with these username and passwords. But as you might expect, I won't be able to do that because of this two-step verification. But first, let's just try that with this secure password. No, I cannot log in because I don't have this second factor authentication code. But because I can also steal the cookies from the browser session, I have stolen this special cookie value, which is basically representing the second factor authentication. And if I'm adding this cookie value to my browser session as an attacker, I will be able to bypass this second factor authentication. The Tor network is a little bit slow, but still we can see that the authentication was successful and we were able to log in to another user session just by stealing passwords and cookies. Here we can see the Gmail account of the user with a totally different IP address. But if the user is very careful, he can check the so-called concurrent user detection, which is built into Gmail, which will show if the session is opened in another location. But let's see what the victim can see on his side with the infected browser. Now I'm gonna refresh this browser page just to see the latest information. But the concurrent session detection has been disabled by my Chrome extension. So the user is not able to detect if another user is logged in. And this is the victim's Android phone, which is connected to the same Google account, which I have just hacked. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm, as a hacker, now navigating to the Google Play Store. And because I'm logged in to Google, I can see the currently installed applications, and I can also install applications to the victim's phone remotely without any user interaction. But just let's see it in action. I'm clicking on the install button, and as you can see, it is instantly installing on the victim phone, which can be a very nice feature as well. Now I'm gonna show you the Rootkit functionality in the Chrome browser. As you can see, the extension is installed, the user can see it. But if I have remote code execution ability on the victim's machine, then I can change the content of this custom CSS file, not to display my extension with the special ID. And as you can see, it instantly disappears. So the user won't be able to notice if there is a new extension there. And fortunately, or I could say unfortunately, Firefox on Android phones is also supporting extensions. So my extension is working as well. As you can see, I have already installed it into the Firefox browser. And now I'm checking the camera folder of this victim phone. As you can see, it's empty. And now I'm gonna switch back to my hacker server, and I'm gonna click on the upload to victim button, which will basically instruct the Firefox browser on Android phone to download a file from my web server and put it into the camera folder. As you can see, it has been successful. It was successful. And some of the Android phones were also vulnerable, where basically the SQLite database's permissions has been screwed, and basically any application was able to read the SQLite databases of other applications. I'm going to show you that this currently version I was using is 2.3.7, but I think that still a lot of users have this old version. And here you can see the text messages. There is currently no one, and I'm gonna send a super secret code to a non-existent phone number just for the demo. And because this code is so super secret, I'm gonna instantly delete this message. There it is. There are no messages on the phone. And now I'm going back to my attacker web server, and I will instruct the infected browser to basically upload this text message database to my server. Here I am monitoring if there is any new file arrived to my server. I'm waiting just for some seconds. And there it is. It is the text message database of the user. Let's see if we can find this super secret code in that file. There it is. We were able to download the and steal the text messages of the user. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how one can spy on the user's webcam through Firefox. This directory is the Flash player configuration directory, and if it's empty, it means that the user have never visited any website with Flash content. And now I'm going to show you that from the victim browser, if he navigates to my attacker web server, the access to the webcam has been denied by the user, so I cannot access it. Now I'm gonna back to the folder and deleting this new configuration to pretend that the user never visited my website. And now I'm gonna click on this webcam button, which will instantly change the Flash configuration with the correct files. So the web camera has been basically enabled to my website, and I'm also injecting an almost invisible iframe into the currently visited website, which is spying on the user's webcam. It is basically uploading new pictures from the webcam to my hacker website every 5 seconds. As you can see, it's working as expected. And that's all for now.
Absolutely brilliant, Zoltan. That was fascinating, and it was really it really shows. I mean, one thing I picked up on, it's that many people, I think, sort of feel that browsers are a lot safer than they imagine them to be. You know, it's almost like, you know, people think, oh, you know, if I get an antivirus, you know, solution program, then I'll be okay. But the browser is really...
Yeah, the problem is basically that nowadays the antivirus programs don't look into the browser. So they are focusing on pure executables, but these extensions are basically just JavaScripts. And right now they are not looking at this.
Okay. I do have, in fact, quite a few questions came in, and some of them are very similar. So I'm going to sort of put them together.
All right.
One of them, it's one of the questions is, which I'll combine, which is the safest browser on the market in your opinion, and if there's one thing that we can do to protect our browsers from being hijacked, what would it be?
Yes, I think that basically Chrome is one of the best one on the market, and right now they are also enforcing the use of their official extension store, so people cannot install extension from third-party sites, which is good because Google can centrally monitor those. Although recent events has shown that cyber criminals were able to upload malicious extensions even to the Chrome Web Store, but Google can react to these threats sooner than in other ways if there are third-party sites to do that.
Okay, and this other question came in, which is great timing. The question is, does this demonstrate that Chrome OS is inherently, you know, I guess is more prone to vulnerabilities than people think?
If the attacker is able to upload a malicious extension to the Chrome Web Store, and after that convince the user to install this extension, or even if the user is installing its extension in another machine, it will synchronize all the extensions between the different Chrome browsers. So via that way, yes, it's possible to hack Chrome OS in a way that someone can basically steal the whole Google account of another user. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just two more questions, okay?
Yeah.
And then I'll give you. One of them is, should vendors be working more with ethical hackers? And also, should browser vendors be working more with antivirus vendors? So I guess the question is, should there be more cooperation between the browser manufacturer and the antivirus manufacturer, and also people like yourself?
I'm gonna say yes, and fortunately, I can say that even Google and Mozilla was searching for me, and we are now in contact in discussing what can be done in improving security. And I have also contacted a lot of antivirus vendors about these threats, and I am suggesting them how their product can be better protecting their users.
Okay, excellent. And the last one, I guess, came in from a small to medium-sized company. The question is, what would you suggest is the best way to keep our employee terminals consistent with browser security? And then the question goes on to ask about add-ons. And should we install NoScript, the NoScript add-on? You know, the JavaScript NoScript add-on. Yeah.
What I'm gonna suggest is that it's good to limit the browsers the user can install. That's the first way. And if a company is limiting, I would suggest either choose a new Internet Explorer, which is much safer than it was like in the Internet Explorer 6. But this, for example, 10 is, I think, a very good and safe browser. And from group policy, one can disable all add-ons in the Internet Explorer. And my other suggestion would be Chrome, because Chrome can be also managed from Microsoft group policy. And so the company can decide which extensions can be installed into Chrome and which are denied, basically. You can do it also in a whitelist base, which is very safe, I think.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. That was really, really good advice. I mean, you know, stuff which people are really going to benefit from. Zoltan, I'd like to thank you for your time. You've been really, really generous with your time and with your tremendous expertise. And we wish you, continued success. One thing we're going to do is we'll put links to, to everything that you're involved with on the page. So anyone watching this video can come back to the page and, follow you on Twitter and come to your projects and your tools, which you've been involved with.
Okay.
So thanks very much. I really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot, Zoltan. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.